Hey everyone! Did you know that design in 2026 is moving faster, smarter, and more efficiently than ever before? If you're still using the old methods, you could be missing out on game-changing tools that save you hours of work and take your designs to the next level. In today's video, I'm going to show you everything you need to know about Figma, including how to use Figma AI to create stunning designs effortlessly. Stick around till the end because I've got a bonus tool that will help you design like a pro in no time. Let's dive into the future of design. So first, let's talk about what we will cover in this video. First, we'll dive into the basics of Figma, that is what UI UX design is, why Figma is essential, and how it compares to other tools. We'll also explore real-world Figma use cases. Next, we'll walk you through Figma's interface, how to create a project, and the difference between design files, FigJam files, all in a simple, easy-to-understand way. Then, we'll explore essential tools like frames, shapes, layers, and tips on color styles and typography. I'll show you how to create components and variants to make your design reusable. We'll also cover auto layout to help you design responsive layouts easily. Then, we'll create a simple food delivery app UI from scratch. Next, we'll make your design interactive by adding prototypes and transitions, and I'll show you how to collaborate and hand off your work to developers. To wrap it up, we will go through pro tips, shortcuts, and top 10 Figma plugins. Plus, I'll share a bonus AI tool that will save you hours of design time. And by the end, you will have the skills to design like a pro. So let's get started. Now, before moving on, just a quick heads up. If you're looking to level up your design skills, check out this advanced certification in UI UX design with generative AI from IIIT Bangalore. Now, this course is perfect for anyone looking to break into industry and advance their career in design. In this AI-powered UI UX design course, you will gain hands-on experience with 25 plus design tools, including Figma, AR/VR prototypes, and generative AI tools. Plus, you will get 6 months of free Figma Premium access to help you dive straight into your projects. What's even better, you will work on 15 plus portfolio-ready projects that includes AR, VR, and XR prototypes, making you job-ready in no time. And with live interactive sessions and mentor-led support, you will get all the guidance you need to succeed. And at the end of this course, you will have a certificate from IIIT Bangalore and an impressive portfolio to show off. Plus, you will learn how to use 10 plus generative AI-powered design tools to streamline your workflow. The course also features a bonus AI tool that will help you create stunning designs faster. So what are you waiting for? Hurry up and enroll and you can find the course link below. Now, before we move on, here's a quick quiz question to test your understanding. The question is, what is the main purpose of Figma? Your options are to create websites without coding, to design and prototype user interfaces, to manage design projects, or to analyze website traffic. Let me know your answers in the comment section below. So first, let's start with the basics. What exactly is UI UX design? Now, you might have heard these terms thrown around a lot, but let me break it down for you. UI stands for user interface. Now, this is a part of a product that users interact with directly, like buttons, menus, sliders, icons, etc. You can simply put UI design is all about making things look good and ensuring that everything is visually appealing, organized, and intuitive. Next, we've got UX, which stands for user experience. And this is the secret sauce that makes users love or hate your product. Now, UX is all about making sure the experience is seamless. Can users easily find what they need? Is it intuitive to navigate? Does it make their life easier? The goal of UX design is to create an experience where users feel confident, comfortable, and happy with interacting with your product. So when we talk about UI UX design, we are blending both the look, which is UI, and the feel, which is UX, of the product to create something that is not just visually attractive, but also functional and user-friendly. Now, since this video is about Figma, we should now understand why should you use Figma. Now, basically, to use Figma, there are 3 main key reasons. Figma is the tool that everyone in the design world is buzzing about. First reason is real-time collaboration. Now, in today's remote world, collaboration is very important. Figma allows multiple designers, developers, and stakeholders to work on the same design file in real time. You can imagine working with your team on the same project at the same time, seeing each other's updates instantly, and commenting on things as they happen. It's a total game changer. Next reason is cloud-based convenience. Now, Figma is completely cloud-based, meaning no more worrying about software updates, file saving, or losing your work. Your designs are automatically saved and you can access them from anywhere. Now, whether you're on a Mac, Windows, or Linux device, no downloads, no installations, just log in and you're good to go. Next is design to prototyping in one tool. Now, unlike other design tools where you have to switch between apps for designing and prototyping, Figma lets you do both in one place. You can design beautiful user interfaces and then instantly turn those designs into interactive prototypes to test and share. No more switching between tools. Figma handles it all. Alright, now you might be wondering, how does Figma stack up against other design tools? Well, let's compare Figma to some of the popular tools you might have heard of. First one is Adobe XD versus Figma. Now, both are great design tools, but Figma's real-time collaboration is something Adobe just can't match. With Figma, you and your team can make live changes, comment in real time, and easily review and edit the design in one shared space. Now, Adobe XD has collaboration features too, but they are not as fluid or integrated as Figma's. Next one is Sketch versus Figma. Now, Sketch has been a favorite of many designers, but it's only available on Mac. Whereas Figma is a cross-platform, meaning it works seamlessly on Mac, Windows, and even Linux. So if your team is split across different operating systems, Figma is your best bet. Next one is InVision versus Figma. Now, InVision is a fantastic prototyping tool, but Figma does everything InVision does and more. You can design and prototype within one platform and easily share interactive prototypes for feedback, all without leaving the tool. Figma takes the heavy lifting out of the design process. Now, let's talk about some real-world use cases of Figma and how do actual companies use Figma to make their products better. First is startups and small teams. Now, Figma is a great tool for small teams working on a tight budget. Its cloud-based nature means that small design teams can collaborate seamlessly without worrying about costly software or lost files. Startups use it to create everything from landing pages to app interfaces quickly and efficiently. Next one is design systems for large teams. Figma helps design teams in larger companies to create design systems, a collection of reusable components like buttons, icons, typography. Now, this ensures consistency across projects, making collaboration smoother as the team grows. Next one is prototyping and testing. Now, companies use Figma's prototyping features to turn static designs into clickable prototypes. They can test user flows, get feedback from stakeholders, and make changes on the fly. Now, this is an important step before development begins. Next, we've got remote collaboration. Now, teams spread across the world rely on Figma for real-time collaboration. Designers can easily share their work with remote developers, stakeholders, or clients, making the design process feel as if they were all in the same room. So let's get started with our demo part. First thing is just head over to Figma. You can search it in your Google or you can get this installed in your desktop as well. So just click on the first link from here and then you can just remove this. Click on Get Started. You can click on Continue with Google from here. Then just select your account. So now that I have logged in from my account, you could also download this in your desktop as well. So when you just click on the profile icon from here, you can just click on Get Desktop App, or also you can use it in your browser as well. So right now I'm using it in my browser, but if you want, you can also get this on your desktop app. Next, you can also change the theme of your, the settings of your interface, however you want it to be, light, dark, or whatever the system theme. So I just prefer the dark version. I'll click on dark theme from here. And yeah, this is a community. So from here, what you can do is you can search for any template if you want. Let's suppose you're creating any food delivery app. So you can just click on food delivery app from here. See, you will get the UI UX version of all the. So here we have the food delivery app, UI kit, food app design, food mobile delivery UI. So from here, you can just open this in Figma if you prefer to use this particular template, which has got 75 screens from here. And it has also the preview version. So from here, you can just click on the page cover and have a look at all the UI UX, the design if you prefer to use this particular thing. You also have this plugins plus widgets where we will explore this later in this video. I'll tell you how to use this. So right now when we click on recents, you see here it says describe your idea and make it come to life. Now this is the AI version where you can just click on the Figma make design. You can just give the prompt like how you want your design to be, and it will create such type of designs for you. We'll explore it later, but first let us see how you can manually use and create designs in Figma. So right now we've got this design button. From here, you can see just click on the plus icon. And then from here, you can just start designing your app, whatever you want your app to be. Then you've got this FigJam as well. And we have a new feature added here, which is the site. Now, Figma sites where you can design websites using pre-built blocks, responsive layout, AI chat, and many more. And then you have this buzz as well. Then the slides where you can create presentation decks for your company or for your startup pitch idea, whatever you want. So we'll just look at each feature one by one. So let's suppose I just click on site. I'll just show you guys how you can use this thing. So from here, it says you can design and publish your website all in Figma. So just click on get started from here. And then you can use a blank site, or you can also use any particular template from here. It also have a variety of categories, as you can see, which is by use case, by event, landing page, personal, portfolio, business. So let's suppose I want it for my portfolio. So when you just click on this particular icon, you get this portfolio templates from here. And if you want it for your business thing, just click on business and you'll get this so many templates available here. Minimalist art gallery, modern brand design studio. So from here, you can just select any template you want and you can start creating your site. You also have this feature of connected to CMS. So where you can actually create such templates built with CMS, which is ideal for content heavy websites. The creative travel blog, modern clean SaaS company, vibrant designer portfolio. This looks good to me. So you could use, they have multiple templates. So from here, you can use anything you want. Now, when you design here, you've got this responsive by design where you can create web pages for multiple devices with breakpoints that stay in sync. So this is one of the feature. Next, you've got the CMS option where you can quickly insert ready-made embeds, hero section, full pages, and many more. And from this build content with CMS, you can manage content for blog, like content-heavy sites, studies, product categories, and many more. So from here, you can just start designing. So you can just click on insert from here, then you get this option, the pages, navigation, heroes. So you get this option to select. So you can just select any template, the landing page, however you want it to be. And then from here, you can just start creating your site. Then you've got the slides option from here. So let us just check this out. Okay, just click on get started from here. Now, it says you can also start from scratch, or you have this start with an outline where you can summarize a FigJam board. Then you've got the basic templates from here, the light slides, then you have the dark slides, how to use Figma Slides, the vibes. So you can see it has plenty of options. It's very good if you're creating a pitch deck for your brand or for marketing purposes. Now you can see from here the startup pitch idea, digital content themes. It has got multiple options from here. So let's suppose I click on any of the given template from here. So I have this one, digital contrast. So I'll just click on view template. So this is the template from here. You can see it. So you can just click on add all slides if you start creating presentation, if you want all the slides to be added. Okay. So it says you can find slides from any situation. This is the first slide, the second, third. So I really like the quality in the design it has given to us. And it's really good if you're creating a good presentation for your company. So you can just click on this and start editing from here, right? So this is the templates from here. You can see headlines. Now, if you want to put any change, you can also put screenshots of your app, website, logo, whatever you want to show it to the other audiences. Okay, now this is really cool. So we have seen how to use this slides as well. Let us just check this out, the buzz option from here. Okay, it says meet Figma Buzz, which is the asset production, made easy, get beautiful templates, or create your own to keep work in brand. Or you can use advanced tools, powerful plugins, and more. So just click on get started. Okay, now this one is specifically for your Instagram post, for a Facebook post. Twitter post or Google large rectangular ad purposes. So you get this so many plenty of options from here. So let's suppose if you're creating, like how you use Canva for designing your post, you can similarly use the Buzz option by Figma, where you can design your stories, your post for your social media purposes. So just click on social from here, and here you see plenty of options available. The Instagram ad, the X post. So this is really cool if you're using for your marketing purposes for your brand. Then you've got this ads option as well. So from you can just select any template from here. These are for the products. As you can see, there are so many templates available here. Then you've got the print, businesses, sales and promotions, events. So let's suppose if you want to design a letter, portrait card, Pinterest ad. So you can get all of those templates available here. You've got this Instagram story, portrait card. Also, it has option for celebrations as well. As you can see, the portrait card, landscape card. So however you want it to be, you can use it for your happy birthday, for your marriage thing, whatever you want. So now that we have explored our Buzz as well, let's go back. Okay, now we've seen almost everything. Just click on FigJam from here. Now before opening the main design tool, it's very important to understand the FigJam, as it is often the first step in the design process. So what exactly is FigJam? The FigJam is an online collaborative whiteboard. You can think of it as a giant digital wall where you and your team can stick post IT notes, draw rough sketches, and map out ideas without worrying about perfect pixels or design details. What is it used for? It's specifically used for brainstorming ideas, user flows, mapping out the logic of how a user moves through an app, example login screen, click submit, home screen, team meetings. If you're running retrospectives or planning sessions, it's very useful for that. So let me show you how you can actually use it. So this is our whiteboard from here. So let's suppose I have to create a workflow. So you can just select any shape available from here. And then you can add a text here. Let's suppose it is Scrum plan. And then just move this box here, and then you can just see the arrow, right? So when you just click on this arrow, it will automatically create the next workflow of you in the same shape which you're using right now. So let's suppose if you do not want this, you need to change the shape from here. Then you can just click on shapes, and I want to add this square shape from here. So I'll just click on square. I'll just add it from here. And then from here, you can just add this particular arrow from here to connect it. And then you can just mention, let's suppose it's team planning. So it's very useful if you're like planning for your team or creating any workflow from here. You can also add colors from here. You get this option, okay, so from here you get this option, right? Just click on this and then you can just fill any particular color. Let's suppose I'll go with the light pink one because I really like this. And then you can also change the outline. You can also change the font of your text from here. You can just click on the small, large, however you want your font to be. And then you can select your typeface from here. If you want it bookish, technical or scribbled, you can take it in this way. Now, one more very cool thing which I wanted to show you guys is the sticky notes feature. Okay, so from here, you can just click on any sticky notes. Let's suppose I want to add this note feature from here, and I want to keep this color, let's suppose as yellow. So you can just type any particular heading if you have. You can just keep it. Let's suppose I just mention it as notes. So I'm just showing you the random template, how you could use this FigJam for your purpose. So you can just select, you can just type any important notes if you have. And if you want to connect it with this, you could also do that. So let's click on this thing from here. And yeah, this is how you can create it. And one more thing is its flexibility to use it. So you can just randomly move your shapes from here in this canvas. Now you see how easy it is to use and how great it feels now if you're planning any workflow in this order. So this is how you can do it. Now if you want to add any workflow from here, you can just click on this. And then again from here you can add it. Let's suppose if you want to add here right at the bottom, you can also do that. So this is really great because the interface here, it makes it really user friendly for any person to use it. So this is how you can use FigJam from here. It's not the important process as I can say, but it's really useful if you're creating your wireframe, as in you're creating the steps and all. You can just show it through this automation process from here. Okay, you can also pinch, zoom in and zoom out using your cursor from here. Now let's go back to our main dashboard. Now from here, we'll just click on design. And then click on next. It says design faster with UI kits or start with a frame. So I'll explain you later what this frame actually means. Okay, now you can also add layers, text. These are the UI kits which are always here for you, it says. And if you would like to save time or feeling stuck, add pre-made UI whenever you like. So if you want to add this, you can, but let me show you how you can start from scratch. Okay, so just click on the file option from here. Now you get this pages, right? Just click on this button. Now, if you click on plus, you can add more pages if you want. So this is actually the canvas from here. You can add frames, right? You can also add pages, and this is the layers. Now, if you're used to using the Adobe and all, then you must know what layers actually mean. I'll show you in the later video how does this actually work. So the prototype feature I'll show you guys later in this video. So first we'll be designing our simple app. So let's get started. So here I have a reference template for me to create a food delivery app, which I'll be using this particular reference template and show you guys how you can create such engaging UI UX design for your app. Now, before we move on, let us first understand some of the complex terms. To understand the tutorial, you need to know these specific Figma definitions. First one is frame. So when you just click on this frame icon from here, so this is how you can actually create a frame. Now, when you just click on this, this is the frame right here. Now, in other tools, this might be known as artboard. Now, frame is a container for your design, like a screen for an iPhone 16. Unlike a simple rectangle, a frame can contain other elements and has special layout properties. So I'll show you how you can use this frame option from here. So we can just select anywhere in the frame from here. So this is my frame. And from here, when you just select on this, you get this option of phone, like how you want your frame size to be adjusted in which phone. Let's suppose I selected as iPhone 16 and this is the aspect ratio for it. So I want it for my iPhone 16 and this is the frame it has given for me. Yeah, you can also adjust it just by expanding this particular slide from here. Okay, so let's go back to our original frame. Yeah. So this is the frame we have selected. Next thing is the styles option from here. So when you just click on plus styles, you get this text, color, effect, and the layout guide. So a local style is a way to actually save a specific color or font setting, so you can use it everywhere. Now, if you change the local style, then every element using it updates automatically. I'll show you how it actually works later in this video. Next option, you've got this component option from here. So when you just right click, you get this option known as create component. So component is actually a reusable master element where you can turn a button into a component. You can also make 50 copies of it. Now, if you change the color of the master component, then all the 50 copies changes instantly. Now, when you just create component from here, it will have this particular icon from here, and that's very obvious that yeah, you've actually created a component. Now, when you create a component, you also get this option of instance. Now, instance is basically the copy of a component. You can change the text of an instance, but its structure is linked to the master component. You also have this option of add auto layout, where you can actually automatically adjust the container property. It automatically calculates the distance between the items. So let's suppose if I'm just creating, let's suppose I'm adding a text here and it says hello. I'm just showing you a demo, right? So I want to just make it add a layout option from here, add auto layout. So when I click on add auto layout, what it does, it will automatically adjust this particular font from here. So let's suppose I'm resizing this, it will automatically adjust this particular font from here itself. I would not need to do it manually, but it will be fitted as the aspect ratio of the size and the frame. Next, you have this prototype, which is like a playable version of your design. It allows you to click buttons and transitions between screens to simulate the real app. So I'll be showing all of this later. So now that you have known all the complex terms and what it actually is, let's move on creating our simple app design, which is a food delivery app. So I've already showed you the reference file. So I'll be using that for creating my design. So we have a frame selected here. What you can do is you can change and rename this and name it as splash screen. So this is the front screen which will be showing you guys. Now, if you want to change the color, we can also do that. Let's suppose I want to add a color here. So you can just click on fill from here and add a color. Let's suppose I want to make it in red, more like a Zomato kind of thing, but not exactly copying the Zomato UI UX design. The first step is adding a logo from here. So we'll just go to this image option from here and we'll be adding this image. You can also drag and drop from here. Now just cancel this and we need to just adjust the radius and the size of our image. Now this is the size. Let's suppose you want this particular size. You can just select this and adjust it accordingly. So here you have this grid line you can see from here. You can adjust your logo according to this grid line. So let's suppose if I want to expand this more, you can also do that. We'll keep it here. So now that our logo is ready, next step would be adding some title tags or font design here. You can also adjust the settings just by clicking here. And if you want any fill for your image, you can also do that. You can also increase and decrease the opacity of your image from here, then the corner radius as well. You can also add few effects if you want to add it to your logo. So you have this drop shadow icon. So let's suppose you want to make it layer blur, background blur, noise. You can also do that. So let's suppose I want to add inner shadow or I want to make the background blur. I'll just do that. Okay, this looks good. Next thing is adding the text icon from here. So we'll just click on text from here, select anywhere in between. Now that I've showed you how you can add the local styles, right? So when you just click on the styles option from here, you have this typography. So you can just select any text. So let's suppose I add this particular font from here. And then you can just increase the size. I want it in like maybe 24 because this would be my tagline. So I'll just copy paste my tagline, which I've already created. And now I'm going to adjust this. So I'll just bring this particular text here. So with this cursor, you can actually move it. Okay, this is too big. If you feel it's quite big, then you can adjust it accordingly. Okay, now we'll just put this a bit down. Let's suppose this looks better to me. Burger buzz, savor the flavor, share the buzz. So I've selected this as white color because it looks better on this particular background and I keep it here. So now see, this is our tagline for my brand, which is Burger Buzz. And this is how it would look. Now for the styles part, when you just click on styles, let's suppose I want to add a local style from here. Now you just name the local style. Let's suppose it's the content. I name it because I'll be using this in my content. And then you can just describe what this style would be used for. So I'll be using this style for my entire descriptions for using in my creating the app in the homepage and everything. So I'll just click right here, creating homepage descriptions. And then you can add more properties here, which is the font. Let's suppose I want some other font, so I'll be selecting it from here. So I really like this particular font. I'll just select that and keep this as regular, medium, or bold. You can also keep it at medium. And then I'll be increasing the font size. So let us keep it as 20 from here. And then you can just create style. So in this way, our style has been created. Again, you could also create it for your color as well, which is adding the color effect. Which then we also have this layout guide. You can add your own personalized layout guides for your creating your designs. So now that we have created our styles from here, let us now add a button from here. So again, we'll just go to the shapes option, click on rectangle, click the plus icon from here, and you can just adjust the corner radius. Let's suppose I want to keep the corner radius as 30. So this is how it would look like. And you can just adjust the opacity as well. And let me just change the color, and I'm going to keep it as yellow. So the yellow one looks a bit interactive on this color thing. So let me just select yellow from here. Now, this is our button ready. And guess what we'll be using in this button? Obviously, sign up. So again, we'll just click on text from here, plus, and it says sign up. Okay. Now this is the new thing added here, the new font size I can see. So let me just keep it in this way. And it's 32 size. I'm going to reduce the size to, let's suppose, 24. Again, I'll just adjust this icon. You can move it. So I'll just keep it in between. You can see the guides. So it's in center line. So I'll just keep it here, sign up. Now this is how it would look like, the first splash screen. Now, if you want to just add more corner radius, let's suppose I want to keep it 100. You can also do that. So this is how it would look like then. And you have this layout option from here where you can just adjust the flow. Let's suppose I want to keep it at down, or if you want to keep it towards the right, it would look like this. It's not even visible. And this is the layout. It will give you the guides how it is adjusted, right? So I'll just go with the normal one, which we were using before. And then you can just add the dimensions from here, the hug content, adding the mean width, add max width, the width you want. You can also apply variables from here. Want more gaps between your content, you can adjust it accordingly. And here is the opacity. Opacity actually means like fading a bit of your colors and designs. And positions is like keeping it right, left. You can also pad your content from here, like adjusting the spacing and everything. You can add strokes from here. You can add it as green, orange, yellow, however you want it to be. Then you have this layout guide. So let me show you how this layout guide actually works. So let's suppose I want to keep this as 50. And you can see the grid lines, right? So the grid lines would be more in yellow color because it's visible. And this is the option which you can select it. It's applicable on this particular page, so you can just adjust it accordingly. So this grid lines will help you to actually adjust your icons and everything. It's really useful when you're creating your icons and adjusting according to the spacing and all. Then you have this columns. You can adjust it in this way using the column. You also have this rows which would be in the row wise. So you can just see the spacing, right? And if you feel that this needs to move a bit upward, then you can adjust this. So let's suppose I want to move this a bit upwards, right? It looks a bit downwards and it's not being adjusted according to the guide. So I'm going to keep it here. And the burger buzz a bit more up. So now that our layout has been done, we can just remove this layout because now it looks irritating to me. So let me just remove this. You have this I button from here. So when you just off it, you see the layouts won't be visible, right? Now let me show you how you can actually view it in your screen. So you have this play button from here where you can actually preview it in your system. So just click on preview. So when you click on preview, it says the prototype needs to have at least one more frame. So let me add one more frame from here. So that time we were using this icon, right? So we're just going to remove this and we will be using this particular frame from here. And let's suppose I want to keep it as 100. And you can just adjust this accordingly. So I'm just removing it. And again, I'll be changing the color of this frame. So click on this fill again from here. And just select the yellow one. And keep it towards up, maybe like this. Yeah. So this is done now. Let me now preview it again. So we'll just be previewing our file from here. So this is how it would look like in my iPhone 16. Okay, so this is a preview of the interface, the splash screen on my iPhone 16, and this is how it would look like. Now, it looks pretty cool to me. Now, this is the feature from here. You can just actually click on the sign up. We cannot do that. But if you want to just adjust it, you can do it accordingly. Now, you can also view it in other mode if you want. If you have any other phone, you can just view it from there. Now, this is the actually preview version. So we'll be creating more frames and more screens, pages for our app design. So let us go back. Okay, so now that our splash screen is ready, so we'll just duplicate this particular screen frame from here. This was a frame 1, right? So I don't know why is it frame 1. Again, I'm going to put it as splash screen. Okay, and then I just click on this frame. And then you can actually click on copy and then you can control V from here. So we have one more frame ready. Now, let us start designing this one frame as well. So I'm going to remove this burger and everything from here. Before removing this, I wanted to show you guys one more important thing, which is the auto layout one. So when I just click on this and from here, I can just click on add auto layout, which is Shift plus A. So the auto layout has been added. Now when I just adjust this accordingly, you see how it works. So let's suppose I want to make it, okay, this is the frame, right? So let's suppose I want to make it like this. Now this will be automatically adjusted, right? The sign up, which is not in the frame yet. So I'm going to put the sign up in the frame again. Now you see when I'm moving it, it is actually moving again from here. The sign up is still there. So let's suppose I want to keep it maybe in this format. And this I'm going to keep it here. So I cannot actually select this right now because it is in my auto layout thing right now. So from here, you can actually change the position and the layout features from here. If you want your flow to be in this order, just select the frame from here and then adjust it accordingly. So it's actually frozen right now. We cannot move the alignment because obviously it's an auto layout thing. But you see the difference, right? When we are using this frame and we are just adjusting it. Now you see this when we are adjusting this particular frame from here and I want to maybe minimize it a bit. So it will not be adjusted. It will be somewhat like this. But if I want to adjust this particular frame, which is an auto layout, and I want to keep it maybe like this, it will be automatically adjusted, right? Even if I'm increasing and decreasing the size, it will automatically be adjusted, which is really cool. And this is where the responsive design and the auto layout thing actually works. So this is how you can start creating using this auto layout feature if you want it to be in this manner. So we'll just remove this thing from here, this as well. So it has already adjusted the spacing also. So when I just click on this, you get this select layer from here and the group selection, we can actually select all the frames which you have created here, the plugins. I'll be showing you how to use plugins later. And then it says go to the main component. So right now I told you guys how you can create components for your thing. Now, this is not the main one, but when you just click on the main component, this is the main, the master frame which we had created before. And with this, we had created the second one, right? So this is the main component from here. So when you make any changes here, the instances, the second one which we had created will also have the changes, because if you create any edits in the main, the master frame, the second one, the instance would also have the same effect. Now next we'll be just moving on with our sign-in features from here. So we'll just remove the auto layout as well. So we just detach the instance from here and just click on remove layout, and we'll be just removing this thing. Now this I'm creating for my sign-up features. I'm going to keep it maybe white because the white would look more better. This is my frame here, and let's suppose I want to add effect from here. So I'm going to keep it maybe white because I think the white would look more better. Okay, so now again we have the second version of this, the frame which we have created. So we'll just go to the text option from here. Just click on the plus. Okay, it says it can't add new layers because the template creator has set edit restrictions. We're going to remove that again, and we'll add one more new frame from here. Click on plus, and this is a new frame which we have created. Okay, and now again from text we'll be adding new text which says sign up. And this text, we will move it upwards. Okay. So we're going to move it here. And I think this one is more in capital letters. So I'm going to keep it in small. All right. Now I'll add one more text from here which says login via your email. Login via your email. You can also change the font, but it's better if you use the same consistent font in all your app while creating the content in your app, the app design specifically. So you can use the same font, it would be more readable. Now I'm just going to put it as a secondary text from here. So I'll just go and I'll just click on opacity. I'm going to make it, let's suppose 60%. Now this looks better. And I'll just adjust it here, login via your email. And now we're going to add some emails, the buttons and all, especially the logos when you're just entering in your, signing up your account. So we're going to select a frame from here, click on plus frame, make it like this. And here again, click on the text. We can maybe add it here. So we can't add it here specifically. Now let's suppose I want to add a text again here. We'll just add a text. And it says, enter your email. Okay. And since the text is a bit long, so I'm going to reduce the size of my font from here. Make it, let's suppose, 20. And again, I'm going to add it as my secondary text from here. So the opacity, I'm going to make it as 60%. Enter your email. Okay, I'm going to add it again. Just went off. So just adjust it accordingly. Put it here. You can just add colors here. So in the fill section, we'll go to this and add a more grayish color from here. Okay, so this could be done reducing the opacity as well. Or also, you can do it from this. So now that this thing has been added, which says enter your email from here, and I'm gonna adjust the sides. So I'll just click on corner radius, and I'm gonna make it maybe 40. So it's adding a bit of radius from here. Now, if you want to add icons, what we'll use is we'll use plugins here. Now in Figma, plugin is actually a third-party extension or mini app that you can install to add features that don't exist in the core software. You can think of them like apps for your smartphone or extensions for your web browser that will help you perform repetitive tasks faster or connect Figma to the other tools as well. So plugins are basically designed to automate your workflow. So some of the common plugins we'll be using here is, I'm going to show you. So we'll just go to this actions button from here. Just go to plugins and widgets. Now for adding the icon, we just use remixer. So just search for remixer from here. Just click on this remix icon from here and click on run. So from here, you can just select the mail option from here, and then you'll be getting this particular icon. Add it here. You can adjust it accordingly. Again, I'm going to reduce the opacity of this. So I'll make it 60%. And maybe put it right here. You can also zoom in to check how you can adjust it accordingly. So let's suppose I'm going to make it here. This looks better. You could also do it manually by using this text thing from here, but then it takes a lot of time. You can add shapes from here. Like let's suppose you add this rectangle option, and then you've got the triangle one. So you can just invert it, put it like this. Okay. And you can just adjust the appearance of this, maybe make it more white or black, and in this way you could have created this, but then it takes a lot of time. So it's better to use the plugins option from here. So I'm just gonna remove this thing from here, and then maybe this is not aligned, so you can just put it more in between, and this one you can just shift it here. Yeah, this is done. Now you can again create the duplicate for this. So just you can maybe drag and drop from here. So when you drag and drop, you could create a duplicate version of the previous frame which you have created. And again, here I'll be adding login via your email. This is enter your email. And the next one would be your password, of course. So I'll just put it a bit at front since there is a lot of space available here. Yeah, I'm going to put it here and this one right here. This looks better. Now again, I'm going to add a text here. Now this one, it says enter your password. We'll go to the opacity one, make it at 60. Select this text from here, put it in between, and then you can again add a logo from here. Go to actions. Now we already have this recent plugins which we have used before. Click on remix icon and search for maybe lock. And this one, you can use this thing. Again, this is a secondary text, so we're going to reduce the opacity of this. We'll make it 60. Put it here. Okay. Yeah. Now this is done. It says sign up, login via email, enter your password. And next, what we're going to do is we're going to add more buttons from here. Okay. So I'll add one more option, the checkbox, which says remember me and forgot password as well. So let me add that. So again, I'll go to this plugins, click on remix icon, search for checkbox, and put it here. The opacity again to 60. No, let's suppose I want to keep it as the primary one itself. So I'm going to put it here and add a text. Remember me. Put it here. Next one would be, of course, forgot password. Forget password here. So now I'll add one more button here. It says sign up, or I could just drag and drop from here itself. Copy this and I'm going to paste it here. The text is not here because it was not grouped together. So again, I'm going to copy this text as well. Now, this one looks good. It says sign up, log in via email, enter your email, password, remember me, forgot password, and this sign up option is there. Now, the user could also log in via their Google, right? So let us add one more option here, which is log in via your Google account or maybe Facebook as well. But let me just add the Google thing here, right? So again, I'm going to add a text here and it says sign in via your Google. And then I could add again one more icon from here. So in this remix icon, I probably won't be getting the Google icon here. So we'll be using one more plugin here. So we have one more plugin known as Better Logos. Just click on plugins and widgets. Okay, so you can use logos from here. Click on run. And then just search for Google. So we'll be using this logo from here. Drag and drop it. It will be automatically done right here. Adjust it. Make it a bit small. I guess more small, right? So this one looks better. So it says sign in via your Google. And this is your Google icon. This is how your second frame would look like. Let me just rename this and add it as sign up option. So I've just grouped all the elements together. So let me just play this again. Now this is how my sign up option would look like. Log in via email. It says enter your email. This is my password. It says sign in via Google. I don't know where the Google icon just disappeared, but then I had added it before. So this is how the preview would look like. There might be some glitch in not showing the tick icon from here as well as the lock icon, or it might not be grouped. Let me just check it. Now this is the preview, how it looks like. And this is the first splash screen. Let me go back to my Figma page again. So I've grouped everything together now. Next, I'll be showing you one more important thing. Now, when you just click on this enter your ID and password, it will hover, right? You must have seen those animations coming. So how do you do that exactly? Now, let's suppose we are creating this button. So let me just drag and drop it, right? Click on copy and then I'm going to paste it here. Now, this is the actual button of this. So previously we had talked about the components thing. So let me show you again how it actually works. Now, when I just click on create component from here, which was already done in the previous frame as well. Let me show you how I can do that. Let's suppose I create a component of this. All right. And I make it as auto layout. So I'll just click on add auto layout from here. Yeah. So when I just click on this, it's already in auto layout. Yeah. Okay. Now we can just go back to the main component. So let me just create one more instance of this main component. Now when I click on this, Okay. So when I click on this, it says you can just go back to the main component. Now this is the main component. Now we can add variants in this feature. I told you before what are variants. So let me create more variants for this same button. Just click on add variants from here. Now we'll just adjust this opacity of this, make it 50, and I'll just change the color as well. Now, why am I changing this color? Because when the person clicks on sign up, it hovers and this color will come automatically. So you can do it by creating more variants of the same button in the same component. And again, I'm just going to copy paste this sign up from here. And then paste it here. So this is how it would look like when you just click on sign up. Okay. So this is how it would look like when you click on sign up, and this is how you can create more variants and components of the same feature. You can add it to the same group as well. You can see some layer has been added here in the box format, and this is how you can create more variants. Now when you create a variant, it will be shown in the rectangular format from here, and you can just click on that and adjust it accordingly. So now that I've showed you how variants and components actually work, let's move on and just continue with our design. So let's continue the design now. I'll be just adding my logo again from here. So I'll just go to this shapes option, click on image video. I'll add my logo here. Again, it's a big, we need to adjust this logo again. So just shorten this. Decrease the size a bit. I want to make it a more circular format, so we can do it in this way. And it's a bit tilted. So we'll place it here. Now this is a search bar where the user will come and they can search for the food items. So I'm going to keep it right here, the logo. And then I can add a text saying order your favorite food. So I'll just add a text from here. Select on any area in the frame. And say order your favorite burger. Okay, since this app is about burgers, I'm going to add burger, not food. And then maybe place it here, or you can also add it here, but I think this one looks better. And I want the user profile to be here. So once you just sign up in using your Google credentials, your profile will be shown right here. Now I'll just insert my image from here. So now this would be the user profile, which is shown right here. Now we'll be adding one more shape from here. It says search, where the user can come and search for their food items. So just go on shape tools from here, select rectangle, and let's suppose I want to put more corner radius, put it 30, and add a text here. Search search your food. Then I can just adjust it to bit down. So I'm going to place this text right here. Say search your food. And now I can add a logo as well. Again, we'll be using the same plugin, Remixer. So we have this remix icon. We can search for search. So we'll be using maybe this one. So we can place it right here. Yeah, search your food. Yeah. So now this option is there to search your food as well. Now you can add the pictures of your food images. So now what I've done is I've added different images of my burger here, and I've mentioned that cheeseburger, hamburger, and I've also mentioned this star rating as well. You can just use the plugins to insert such icons from here. And for this shadow effects, again, we have got again the plugins to put this effects option from here. Just create on shape tools, add a shape or create a new frame, add the same image from here, write this text, add this icons using the plugins from there, and you're just good to go. So let me just adjust this image, right? Now this is how it would look like. And we can just add, so at the bottom it looks quite empty. So we're going to add some text box here or maybe some shape to make it look more better. So I'm going to add a rectangle. And then just you can change the color of this. Maybe click on the fill option from here and just select on this red color from here. Now it's good to go. So this is how it would look like. Now something which is empty right here is adding the logos. Now since this is the home button, right? This is the home page of my account. So I'm going to add the home button here, the home logo. So again for this, I'm going to use the plugin. Just click on remix icon again. Search for this home. And I'm going to use this thing. Add it here. Okay, it's already here, right? So I'm going to add it right here. Now this is the home option. In this way you can add more icons of your pages. Now this is how it would look like. So I hope you guys now have a clear understanding of how this Figma works, how you can use the plugins and everything. Now let's move on, and I want to show you how you can use the prototype feature in Figma. So just click on prototype from here, and then you can just click on try Figma make. So basically prototyping is using for your automation purpose, where you can just connect and create a wireframe of the screens, the frames and the pages which you have created. Okay. So here it says what do you want to make. Now you can just describe your idea and you can select it from here. Okay, so you've got multiple examples here, like a minimalist sidebar component, filter products based on brand. So let me just search for food delivery app, specifically burger. And let me just click on this. So now the AI is actually thinking and creating the food delivery app design for me. It's building on the idea now. You can see it says I'll create a modern burger delivery app with a menu cart functionality and an appetizing design. Let me build this for you. So let us wait for a few minutes. You can also check the code from here. This is the code option and this is the preview which we are just clicked now. And also if you want to add any changes, you can just click on add changes from here. You can just type whatever changes you want to add by giving a prompt and your changes will be done. Okay, it says point and edit. All right, we'll just close this from here. And now you can just see that it has created an app for me. It says deliver to home, 25 to 35 minutes. And it has also added multiple burger option. And I really like the image quality and the design features it has added. Okay, it says, how does this look? Now you can actually give a feedback from here. And you can also preview it. You can copy this design And let me just open on the full screen. So this is the preview option of our app which it has created. And this is the final output. Looks good to me, but it could have added more features and animations. Now, let's just go back. You can also share it with your friends from here. Just click on the share option and you can invite people to edit, move this draft, and you can also give access to more people from here. You can also publish this to community as well. Or the simplest way is to just copy the link and share it with your audiences or the people whom you want to share with. So let's go back. All right. So now that we have seen how the design make works in Figma, where you can actually create your designs, you can create an app. Let's just check out this prototype settings here. So you've got this iPhone 16 and the color is white. This is the preview where you can actually select a frame or an object in a frame, and then you can use the circular node to drag a connection to another frame. You can also add interactions from here, as in if you're connecting this app to the second one page, you can just add more interaction. Just click on this plus from here and it says trigger on tap, on drag. And then you can add an action from here. Navigate to, let's suppose I want to add this. Destination. So let's suppose I want to add from this frame to this frame. So I'm selecting iPhone 16 and in this way you can actually click this options, and it also says the curve animation. You can also animate this. Now this would be very easy for the other people, for the team, where you'll be explaining the automation connecting to this lines and you'll be showing the features. Suppose this is the first screen, the second screen, and also you can add more triggers and options from here. So you can just drag and drop it like this. And this is maybe the second one it's showing. So you can just put it like this. Now it says interaction on tab, action, navigate to, state. You can also add some state option from here. So let's close this for now. So when you just select this frame from here, so you can just click on this plus from here. And again, you can just connect it with maybe this one. So this is how you can create flow charts, the flow automations for showing and navigating to your screens. Basically, this is how the prototype feature works in Figma. Now, the final thing would be sharing it to other people. You can also view this prototype view from here. And finally, you can just share it with other people. You can save and export the screens and the designs which you have created. You can copy the developer mode link. You can copy the prototype link as well. Publish it to the community. I've already shown you how the community things work, where people publish their designs and you can also view it and you can use it as templates. And you can give access to other people. You can also move the file, add comma separated emails to invite from here, and you can also get the embed code. So this is how the whole Figma things work. I've showed you everything. So now let me show you one more thing, which is the plugins. So you might have used 100 and thousands of plugins every day, but then the few of the plugins are really my favorite one because it makes my task much more easier. So let me just show you category-wise some of the game-changing plugins from here. Now, whether you want to speed up your design process or add a killer visuals or even turn your designs into real websites, I have got everything covered for you. So you must be knowing how to add plugins from here, right? So just click on this Actions button. And then you can search the plugins. The first one is HTML to design. So just search for HTML to design. Okay, just click on this plugins one. The first one, right? Just click on that. So basically this plugin can grab any website on the internet and it can turn it into a fully editable Figma file, that too in seconds. You don't need screenshots or painstaking manual rebuilds. This plugin is a massive time saver for competitive analysis or getting inspiration directly into your workspace. So you can use this plugin. The second plugin which I wanted to show is just go back. Okay, so the second plugin is known as Bolt. Okay, this is the first one, the multi-tool one. Click on that. You just need to add .new to your Figma URL and your responsive live site based on your designs will be ready. Now, seriously, if you want to wow your clients, you can check this plugin out. Now, the next plugin is Icons Aid Background Remover. Now, most of you guys must be knowing about this plugin. So, it's basically used for removing your backgrounds or image quickly and cleanly all inside the Figma. This one, the first one. Now, this plugin gives you smooth, realistic shadows that instantly add polish without hours of tweaking. After that, the next plugin is known as Pixels. So let me just search this thing. Yeah, the second one. Click on that. Now, this one, if you need a high quality free, then Pixel pulls millions of photos from photographers worldwide, all free for personal and commercial use. You can find the perfect image that has never been easier. Next category is the color and gradients. And for this, I would highly recommend you checking out Mesh Gradient plugins. So just check this Mesh Gradient. Okay, the first one, click on that. So basically, this plugin can take gradients beyond simple fades. You can create complex 2D mesh gradients that add sophistication and depth to your backgrounds and even the UI elements. The next plugin is Tailwind CSS Color Generator. So just search for Tailwind CSS Color. Okay, the first one, click on that. Now, if you're struggling with color palettes, then this tool generates entire color scales from one hex code, plus creates color styles and variables automatically. It's perfect if you use Tailwind CSS. Now, the next category is the workflow and UX tools. Now, the next plugin is known as the Autoflow Mapping User Flows. So, just search for Autoflow. Okay, the first one. So what it does is Autoflow can connect screens and frames automatically, turning complex Figma design into very normal forms. Then the next Figma plugin is Vectorized Bitmap. Now, using this plugin, you can turn any raster image into crisp, scalable vector with transparency and multiple colors intact. It's perfect for logos and icons, no more pixelation needed. And last but not the least, the last one is Stark. So just search for Stark from here. So basically, Stark is your toolkit to check color contrast. It can stimulate vision impairments and it can make sure that your designs are inclusive. Also, let me give you a bonus plugin here, which is known as Mockup Studio. So if you want to impress clients with stunning mockups directly in Figma, then Mockup Studios has got you covered with tons of templates and customization options for you. So these were my top 10 favorite plugins, which I would suggest you guys to definitely check this out. So now that I was talking about the bonus tool, here we've got Stitch.ai, and it's really great for the UI UX designers out there. Let me show you how it works. So here in Stitch AI, you can actually create any app, web designs from here, and you can just give a prompt or you can attach some uploaded image or your website URL. So this Stitch AI uses Google 3 Flash, which is high quality designs in HTML with Gemini 3.0 Flash. And it's really amazing. Let me show you how it works. It's very simple. Now, if you're using it for app, and you can also design for web as well. Let's suppose I'm using it for app purpose, right? You need to just describe your designs from here. Also, on the left-hand side, you can see the examples, the indoor plant care dashboard. So here in Stitch, I'm giving this prompt. And the prompt here is to create a vibrant, modern, interactive UX design for an e-commerce website, which focuses on Gen Z fashion collection. The design should include sleek, minimalist navigation, bold typography, and trendy color schemes like neon accent, pastels. You can also incorporate interactive features such as dynamic product grids, smooth transitions, and engaging hover effects. So that's it. The homepage should highlight the latest collection and eye-catching. So let me just send it to Stitch AI and let's see the magic. Now here, as you can see, the Stitch AI is actually working on the project. It says here polishing the pixels. So we'll just have to wait for a few minutes. Okay. Now you can see the frames, right? It has actually created the frames from here. It's adding a splash of color now. So guys, as you can see now that Stitch AI has created frames and designs for our app, e-commerce app, and it says the designs for your Gen Z has been generated, and it has also worked on all the given prompt, on the features which I had given to this AI. And it says, would you like me to explore more screens, perhaps a shopping bag or user profile page with fit checks? Now, you can also add any tweaks if needed. So first, let me just go through this and just check this out. How would it actually look? So just click on preview. And I want to see this in my mobile. So I'll just click on mobile from here. Okay, so here we have the preview of a first page and just look at the design. Okay, this is really cool. It has a bit collapsed the font, the color thing. You can just give it to AI to correct it. And it says shop now, all the styles, cyber Y2K, trending now. I really like the images it has put out here. It's really cool. And the pink, vibrant colors it has added, the style modes and everything. This looks really good to me. Now, the second is this one. So you can just view it from here, the streetwear, all oversized graphic tees. The third page is this one. All right. This looks really cool to me. Who would say that AI can create such amazing designs? That too within seconds. So now if you need it, you can also add more tweaks, like do this particular change or add this text here. So let's suppose I say this AI to add the black summer drop text. Not exactly add, but to change the color of the black summer drop text to maybe, let's suppose I want to create it maybe pink so that it doesn't collapse with my image out there. Okay. And I've also told AI to add image, perhaps a shopping bag and a profile page with fit checks. And just let's see how it does the changes. All right, so here it says I've updated the homepage text and added the new screens as you have requested. Let me just have a look, but I can't typically see any changes here, right? It says I've updated the homepage text and added the new screens you requested, updated vibrant, the summer drop text, hot pink. I don't know where has it actually used this color text. Not sure of it. So I'll just describe it again. This frame text, where is the change? So I'm just talking to it as if I'm just talking to a person. So I'll just see it, where's the change here? So you can actually click on any frames from here and then you can just say AI to put changes on that particular screen. I think it's working on the second frame now. I typically given it the first frame. All right, so I think it has given me the changes right here when I have just selected on the frame. You see the difference, right? So, all right, so here we have the user profile as well. So as you can see, it has added the text font from here and also changed the color of the text as well. Now you can also view the different shopping bags option from here, the profile option as well. Now this looks really good to me. Now if you want to add more changes, you can also do that, but I have really liked the quality of the designs it has created for me. This would take almost many days to create such engaging designs for my app, but then the AI has done within seconds and it looks really good to me. You could also say AI to add more animations if needed, but this Stitch AI is highly recommended to you guys out there. If you're designing or new to designing, definitely check this AI tool out there. Now, at last, I would say you can just share out with your friends. You can enable sharing and remixing from here, and then you can copy the link. And by making your project public, you allow anyone with the link to view and remix its generated design and code. You can revoke public access at any time, but this will not remove already remixed designs. So this is how Stitch AI worked. And let me know your thoughts, what you think about this AI tool. Alright, let's wrap things up with a quick recap. Today, we have explored Figma and how it's changing the game in UI/UX design. We have covered the basics, what UI/UX design is, and why Figma is essential in today's design world, and how it stacks up with against other tools. I've also shown you guys how to use Figma interface, creating a project, and understanding the difference between design files and FigJam files. We've also discussed tools like frame, shapes, layers, and tips for working with color style and typography. You have also learned how to make your designs more efficient by creating components and variants, and also how to use auto layout to responsive designs. Then we have worked on building a food delivery app UI from scratch, adding prototypes and transitions, and covering how to collaborate and hand off your designs to developers. Now, before we finish, here are some key pro tips and shortcuts to help you work faster and more efficiently in Figma. First shortcut is for zoom in, zoom out, where you can press Command Control Plus or Command Control Minus to zoom in and out your design. Now, to fit the screen, you can press Command Control Plus O to fit your design to the screen. For group layers, you can press Command Control Plus G to group elements together. Duplicate layers, you can press Command Control Plus D to quickly duplicate layers or elements. And for auto layout, you can press Shift Plus A to activate auto layout for your frames. Now, if you're a Mac user, you'll get the command, and if you're using Windows, you'll have to press Control. I hope you feel more confident in using Figma and all the cool features it offers to design like a pro. Now it's time to apply what you have learned and start creating your own stunning designs. Thank you and keep learning with Simplilearn.